Hello and thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel, RoseWardStampersdelight.com, with another edition of Did You Know? Well, this one is Did You Know that with our brochure, beginner's brochure here, we have some really adorable stamp sets. This one is a 4-season floral, and with this stamp set, you get these cards, and you get a clear block, you get the stamp set, you get 2 little ink spots, and you get our new stamp and seal. All of this for $46.50 in the US. And here's the stamp set. The great thing about this is that it coordinates. This is great for a beginner stamper, but it's also great if you have been stamping for a while, and it coordinates with our Flowers for Every Season found on page 10 and 11. This is the suite, and with the suite, you get the stamp sets. Let me just show you that. You get the 2 stamp sets. You get the punch. You get the dies. You also get the ribbon, the doodads, as I call them. So you get these cute little jars here that coordinate with the punch. Okay, and you get this great ribbon pack right here. So regardless if you're a new stamper or somebody that's been stamping for a while, this is absolutely a great kit. So going back to the brochure, the stamp set, which of course I already have on blocks so that I can show you. Let me just put this on a piece of cardstock so you can see that. That's the cute little stamp set you get. And then, of course, you get your block, which I don't have the block here because I have my blocks on my regular blocks. But you get the block right there. Okay, and here's the stamp and seal. Now, let me show you the little cards. Okay, so what you get is these cards. You get 10 card fronts, 10 note cards in envelopes. So here are the card bases. Here are the adorable envelopes, and then you get these guys right here. Okay, we're going to do a little stamping with that. Before I move this, again, Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. If you'd like to order from me, just go to Stampersdelight.com. This is my June host code, sorry. July will be out shortly. Wednesday, I'll have a new host code. So if you're watching this today and you'd like to order, use this host code if it's $150 or less, $149 or less. $150, you don't want to use the host code because you want the benefits. Okay, so let me show you the one card I did with this real quick. I mean, simple, sweet thank you card. And all I did was stamp thank you on there. This one, I used the happy birthday. And I haven't put it together yet. So it's as simple as stamping, using the stamp and seal that comes with the kit, and placing it right on there. And there's the envelope that goes with it. Okay, so here's the 2 cute little cards that I did. Now, let's say you want to step it up a bit. Okay, well with the, here's the block. This is the block that comes with it, universal block. Let's say you want to step it up a bit, okay? You could add some of the ribbons that go with it, that coordinate with it. Or you can use some of the doodads. Let me just grab those. And these are actually cute little for every season gems. So let's take these 2 cards and just step it up just a tad. I'm going to grab my detailed glue. You can also use Tombow. One thing about the detailed glue, when you're done with it, you definitely want to close it back up. Okay, so I'm just going to add a couple little dots here. And a couple little dots here. It's a little forgiving. I have some time to work that. And then I'm going to go ahead and I am going to close this right back up so it doesn't clog the nozzle. Okay. I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool bring in these little gems and just add some of these to my card. There's green iridescent, and then there are some white ones. So we're going to use both. If you don't have the take your pick tool, it's definitely a must. So the clear ones actually bring out the color that you're putting it on. Okay, let's grab another one. And there's two sizes in here. There's a larger one and a smaller one. That one I'm going to put right there. And we'll grab a little green one right here. So there's a little happy birthday. Before I finish that one, I'm going to let that dry for a second. I'm going to bring this one in. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab some of those little gems. I've got two of them here. I don't want two. And just put this on here. Give it a little twist so it stays down. And then I am going to grab this one. Some of the tiny ones really are tiny. And I know I put another piece of glue on here, so, oh, there it is. And let's grab another green one. Oh, well, I guess the clear one wanted to be on there, so we're going to put the clear one on there. So there I did. I just stepped it up a little bit and added some of these little gems. Thank you cards I usually leave blank because I'm not sure what I am going to put on there, but I do like to put something on the inside. So I'm just going to grab one of the stamps that come with it. And sticking with what comes with this little kit, I'm going to take the Just Jade. I'm going to ink that up. Also with the suite, if you buy that whole suite of the Flowers for Every Season, we also have the new blends. You also have the Memories and More card pack. Those are the envelopes. You also get, this is if you buy the whole suite. You also get some more of these great cards like we're playing with, but also some larger ones and some die cuts. They also have some Christmas ones in there, like that one. And you also get the 6x6 Designer Series paper, and that's a nice Christmas one. We'll be using that one. So if you buy the suite, that's, you know, a really great deal. Okay, I let this dry a little bit too long, so let me just go back in and ink this. Now, again, it comes with these little stamp ink spots. And because it's a photopolymer set, you really want to use your mat. Let me just show you that. Okay, so this is our paper piercing mat or stamping mat, whatever you want to call that. Gives it just a little bit of cushion that it needs. And I'm just going to stamp that right there. So there we have a cute little thank you card. Put that aside. And the happy birthday one, I'm going to bring in the For You that comes with this stamp set. Maybe this is going to be just for a little card for a gift. So happy birthday. For you. And then I'm going to bring this back in, but I'm not going to re-ink it. I'm just going to leave it light and just put a little flower right in the middle. So I got two cute little cards already done. Now again, not only do you have these cute little cards, but they're double-sided. So you have this. Okay, so you can use either one. So let's bring this one in. And let me bring in, let's see, I'll bring in the poinsettia one. So that would go right there. And from the other stamp set, I'm going to bring in a jar. Okay, so these are the jars here. And that's to the suite that goes with it. I'm just going to grab this, and of course you can see that I've used it before. Already, if you missed that, it is on my YouTube channel. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to grab that. I'm going to do this in maybe a darker color. So I'm going to do this in the Early Espresso. Now, I don't know how it's going to come out because I haven't done it yet. We're just playing. And I'm just going to stamp that down. Then I'm going to bring in this one. This is the Christmas one. Whoop, grabbed the wrong one. And I'm going to use that Just Jade. Ink that up. And I am going to bring that right in here. And it just gives me a cute little card. And if I want to, I can go ahead and do some blending with this. So let's grab the Just Jade. And I'm going to just put a few dark lines here. And then I'm going to turn around and use the lighter one. These are our blends. Doing the leaves. And then I'm just going to go over this. And then maybe this one up here. I'm just using the light. You can also use regular markers. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my red blends and add a little red to this. So I'm going to start out, I don't know if I'm going to use the dark one, so let's start with the light one. Usually I start with the dark, but it might be too dark for this, so I'm just going to go ahead and make some red poinsettia leaves. I want the green to show through, which it does. I don't really need to blend in the dark one. Not yet, anyway. Okay. Oh, I think it needs a little bit more up here. I'm not going to do anything with the middle yet. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to take the dark red and I'm going to add some dark red right here. Again, I'm using the blends, but you can use regular markers. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some different colors. I'm going to grab our gold embellishments. These are our gold glitter dots. Sorry about that. I was moving the markers. Okay, so I'm going to grab these tiny ones. There's a lot of different sizes on here. I want the real tiny ones. And I am just going to cluster those right in the middle. They are tiny. Okay, so I've got 3 in there. Then what I'm going to do is, instead of grabbing, even though I colored this red, I still want a little bit more color to it. So I've changed my mind, which is great. I can do that. I'm going to add some of our red rhinestones. And I'm going to just grab a couple of red rhinestones and put them right over there. So you wouldn't have to color them in. I don't know why, just do. Just going to add a couple of red rhinestones here. Oh my goodness, look how cute. You don't even have to do anything else. But if you'd like that to look like water, you could also put a little, maybe light blue. Let's do that. Let's add a little bit of light seaside spray. So it's almost going to look like colored water in there. I'm just going to add some of that in there. Now, because I'm not using the Memento Black, you really do have to be careful, okay, because it could smear. But a gentle touch, you'll be fine, okay? So I'm just adding some color to this. So it looks like a little water, colored water in the jar. Okay. And that'll all blend together once it dries. Now I'm going to bring in one of those little cards. And this is going to go right here. But you see I have that white edging here. Maybe I don't want that. Maybe I want a little color in there. So how about I bring in this little piece of Designer Series paper and layer it up with that. Oh yeah, look how that works out. That, even though it's just a tad. So let's measure this and see what we need to cut, okay? All right, so I have my ruler right here, and this card is 3 by 4. Okay, so this has to be a little bit bigger, and I might even trim that card. Okay, so let's do 3 by 4. Three. Oh, you know what? No, I want it bigger than that, right? I want it 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, so let's grab that other piece. This would be 3. Well, I might still be able to use that. Let's see. No, I want it larger, which no worries there because I have another piece. That's the beauty of all of these. You have extra, and I'll use that for something else. Okay, so I'm going to do this a little bit larger than I thought. I'm going to do it 3 1/8 by 4 1/8 so that it shows. Okay. Bring that back in, and then I can layer it. So I just have a tad there. Now, if I want more of it to show, I can also trim this card. So I'm going to go with, take just a smidge off this side, a smidge off this side. Notice I'm saying smidge because I'm not a mathematician, so I'm just taking smidges. I want it to be about the same all the way around. And that is the way I measure. A smidge here, a smidge there. Okay, so now I have that card cut down a little bit. So more of this is going to show. Oh my goodness, yes, look at that. So now what I'm going to do is maybe I'll bring in a little of that ribbon. I'm going to use the white. I'm going to cut off a generous piece here. This ribbon is so nice. I'm going to tie it around here. And if I didn't cut it enough for a bow, which I'm not going to anyway, because this card is so, it's a tiny card, and I don't want the bow to overpower it. I'm just going to put it in a cute little knot. This kit would make a great gift for the stamper in your life or somebody that's just starting out stamping. You can buy this great little kit. Okay, let's just do that. Look at that. Cute, 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 cute. Okay, so instead of laying this down flat, I'm going to flip it around, and I am going to grab some dimensionals. Now, if you have regular dimensionals, you can use those, okay, or the minis, or even the strips. I have my regular dimensionals, So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put 4 of these, 1 on each corner. I'm going to layer that right up there. Now I'm going to take my Stamp and Seal, which comes with that kit. I'm going to lay that right on top of there. You're going to have just a smidge of white. Look at that. And if you want to, and of course you have the envelope. Now, yes, the envelope has yellow on it, but yellow is nice for Christmas too. Now, if you want to add a little bit more to it, what you can do is take our Stella and add some shimmer and shine. To all the little leaves. You can even add that to the water. You just got to be careful to go in between the brown so it doesn't streak. And then for this one, I'm also going to use For You, because maybe this is going to be for a Christmas present. So I'm going to grab the For You in the Jade, just Jade, which is one of our new in colors. And I'm just going to put For You. And then I always like to put something on the envelope, so I'm going to grab those flowers again. But what I'm going to do, and I'm not even going to color them, I'm just going to put it in the corner like this. And that's it. Cute little card, gift card for the holidays. So again, this is the floral season. And this was just a quick little did you know video that we do have stamp sets and kits in the beginner's brochure. And it does coordinate with the jar for all seasons. So you can make some beautiful cards using just that stamp set, or you can add the jar for all seasons and you can make some other cards. So here's a few that I did, and if you want to see more of these, just go to my YouTube video. This was a shaker card that I did. And then I added some birthday wishes. There's another shaker card. I know they're in the cellophane. Might be hard to see. But you go to my blog, Stampersdelight.com, and also see the still shots. And, of course, these are all coordinating. And, of course, there's some jars with the punch. So I hope you like this quick little segment of Did You Know? Don't forget to look into that beginner brochure. And I will be back with a couple of more beginner brochure items, like the Zany Zebras, which is adorable, and also our cute fruit, which I've used. If you look at my June paper pumpkin, I coordinated that and used it with our June paper pumpkin and the cute fruit. So I hope you enjoyed that. Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Contact me if you have any questions, and have a great day. Happy stamping, Stampers. Bye.